Just can't find that vision anywhere. So I think I'd see this as Qantas's vision statement aims to be the first choice for customers in every market we serve. Across our airline brands, the world-leading Qantas loyalty program, our investment in customer product and services has translated into a complete, clear premium over our competitors. So I think that's probably close to a value statement. I don't know whether you've got anything else. So let's keep looking for the mission statement. So there's no clear one there, but let's have a look at British Airways, their mission statement. Oops, no, we don't want that one. That's a UK essays. Hard to read. Let's say there's a series of them. Okay, they don't really help. All right, so let's go back in here. So as I said, sometimes it's not as easy to pick them out, but let's just have a look, go back here and just have a look and see if we might put together something for Qantas. So identify the products or services. So it's airline, so what sort of needs are they going to want? So customer needs, it's going to be convenience, service, safety, yeah, reliability. Identify the groups or customers. So in Qantas, you've got the high end we saw last week as Qantas, and then the budget airline, Jetstar. So they're going to have, their customers are going to have different needs, aren't they? So their approach is service, loyalty, premium service, premium service to. So who are the stakeholders? Well, here it's shareholders, customers, employees. Yeah, anyone else? So you could probably build up a mission statement that way, and maybe that's the way you should approach it. So they're just giving you some bones, and you might build up the mission statement from there. In terms of values, beginning with their values. Our values, okay? So maybe this is, we could look at their Qantas beliefs. That may also potentially link in with its mission statement. So their Qantas has a shared, beliefs are shared commitment to deliver our business goals and create a great place to work. They are, everyone has the right to return home safely. Customers determine our success. Being a fit, agile and diverse organisation drives innovation and simplicity. Working together in an inclusive manner always delivers the optimal group outcome. Each employee observes respect, trust and good leadership. So potentially you could say that may be the mission statement. In terms of their values, Qantas's, oh here we've got our vision statement. I was looking right at it before. So Qantas, I'll put that in here. So you've got here a different vision for the two different airlines. So Qantas's vision is to be a great airline that champions the spirit of Australia with the values together, genuine, inventive, optimistic and experienced. And Jetstar, its vision to be the world's best low-fare airline, and their values are to be safe and responsible, energetically efficient, be consistently can do, genuinely care, passionate about employment and one team. Let me save that. So that's Qantas. Let's just have a look. I don't want to spend too much time on the ASIC one, but just as an example, we saw the vision. The vision is nicely articulated for us. Our vision to allow markets to fund the real economy and in turn economic growth. In doing so, we can contribute to improved standards of living for all Australians. So that's the mission statement. Sorry, the vision. Let's have a look and see the mission statement. So let's just using this one. So I'm going to let's just this is going to be a little bit different. Let's take some of these out. Let's just go back and just have a good look at this. We looked at okay, so ASIC was talking about having 3 strategic priorities. And in a way, we could probably use those as our mission statement, I think. Promoting investor and financial consumer trust and confidence. So that's saying who their customers are and how they're going to deal with them. Fair, orderly and transparent markets. Efficient, accessible registration. Their priority is done by considering government policies, legislative responsibility, systematic and regulatory risk, and stakeholder expectation. Their priorities: detecting, understanding, responding. So again, no clear-cut mission statement, but I think, and you could get a lot more information on ASIC. I don't really want to get bogged down in that. But I just want to think about and give you some bones to now think about our case study. So, don't worry, I'll get that later. So that I put this tutorial in the Moodle, but when you're trying to get together your vision statement for Coles, use these do's and don'ts, okay, to try and put it together. Then when you're trying to build your message, mission statement, think about what business would be in, what would be lost if the organisation did not exist, how do we make a difference, and potentially use these headings or these points when you're preparing, trying to build up the bones for your assessment. All right, I'm going to just now go into the assessment, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan it out. Okay, now you don't need to use this plan, but it might be a way for you to start thinking about your essay. It's due on the 16th of April, so it's not that too far off given the 1st of April is tomorrow. So let's just go in and we'll talk about resources. Remember, you need to get 8 resources. We found some last week. We'll find some more today. Then I'll do it all in the same file. Essay plan. Okay, so it's 2,000 words. So you need a cover sheet with your name and everything. Table of contents. Okay, introduction. I'll come back to that in a minute. Then you've got 3 issues or 3 questions to look at. Don't put heading question number 1. Put Coles Group strategic vision and mission statement. Okay, so you're asked to do 3 things in this question. What does the company do? Strategic vision and mission statement. So the Coles Group. Okay. And the blah, blah, blah. What does it do? Strategic vision. Mission. Okay. Now what I would do here, because 2,000 words is quite a few words just to get, I would define strategic vision. Use a textbook. We'll do referencing later. Yeah? So that's going to get you some words. You might use another source. Don't use Wikipedia, Easy MBA, UK essays. None of those are academic resources. And so make sure I'm recording this. I'm carrying on like a pork chop. Yeah. And mission statement is same. Look. Define mission statement. Again, textbook. Okay. Or you might even say here, before you go into this, you might make the comment about something along the lines. Don't want that. So strategic vision, mission statement, values, and objectives all contribute to the strategic plan of the company. Okay, and you'd reference that, and that's the text. We'll do referencing another day, but okay. The other thing is when you're using lots of resources, as you're making your notes, always put the name of the author in and the page number to prompt you when you're going back finalising your essay. Okay, and then you could maybe develop. That puts that in context. So using information about Coles, the following have been developed. Okay, so you'd build those up. Then the next thing you're asked to talk about is Coles customer value proposition. And here you're asked to use the business model value price cost framework, okay? So here underneath here, you would define what figure 1.3 indicates, okay? Again, that's the textbook, Thompson. So you define that figure, then go into outline Coles CVP. Okay, or illustrate, it says illustrate. I'd outline, same thing. Sorry, I don't need an underline. Okay. And then the last thing is we're asked to do is set out Coles winning strategy. Okay, so then you'd go under here is you just say Thompson, that means and others, whatever the date is, page number, suggests a winning strategy comprises this will be applied to Coles group below, something along those lines, okay? So your next heading is going to be test 1, fit test. And you talk about that. Test 2, the competitive advantage test. And test 3, the performance test. Okay. So then what we're going to do, then you're going to have a conclusion and your reference list. Now we'll do referencing more after Easter, but it should be in alphabetical order. No Wikipedia, easy, sorry, UK essays, easy MBAs, Blogs, they're all no-nos. Academic references, you need 8. We've already found 3 last week. So where are you going to, let me just, are there any questions? I'll print this one for you, okay? Yep. Do you want me to print it now so you can make notes, or later when I'm finished? Later, when I've done the work. Okay, Bishwa, are you okay with all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
yes.
So
Thank you.
Now you
I'm
don't
just worried about the due date. You said it's 16th of April, whereas in module it's written 18th of April.
Oh,
That's
is
not
it?
a big problem,
Okay.
though.
No, that's okay. It can be 18 April. Look, we've only got a very small class. If you guys tell me you need an extra week, that's fine. Okay.
Thank you so much,
It's
ma'am.
only a small class, so I've left it at 16 April because we started a week late, but we'll have to pick up an extra class somewhere along the way. But until we get some extra students through, I don't really want to schedule anything.
Ma'am, even that, I want to tell you, it's mainly because of the PIA. Even I was struggling to get into the class. I could only get in today after several complaints.
Right.
Because they don't send us email like saying that it's going to be online, your classes has been changed. Ma'am, after studying for 2 weeks, they randomly changed my unit, one of the unit. I'm not studying that unit anymore, but they didn't thought it's important to send me an email that they have changed my unit.
Oh, so, right. Okay. I'm sorry about that. All right.
Even, just to let you know, even I had to miss first 2 classes because of the technical issues, even with the MGT 201.
Okay. Well, this is only the second class, Bishwa. So.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
And the recording I'm converting. I'll put the recording up after this class. But
thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
You didn't miss much. Okay. So that's how I would plan out the essay. Now, last week we looked at where might you get some information about the Coles Group and the winning strategy, the vision and the strategic vision and the mission statement. So you need to go into, amongst other things, I've looked on the same page, the Coles Group website. Go in, just don't Google Coles. Go, if we Google Coles, let me get rid of some of this. We're going to get all this about the supermarkets and things like that. We don't want that. We want Coles Investor website. Okay, this is the website you want. It's going to give you a whole lot of information about the company. Let's look at what Coles does. About us. Okay, so that's going to give you our strategy, our vision and purpose. Do not copy these, okay? But you need to use the tools we used today in the tutorial to develop those. So this will give you details about Coles, details about their strategy, about their vision. Might look at sustainability, okay? So that's the website you're going to get some information on. You probably need in this second part here mission and strategic vision. That's your best website, but use the textbook to give you your definitions. Let's just, good old Google, do Coles Group strategic vision. So here you've got 2019 refreshed strategy. You might get some of those things from there. But here, this Mountain Mentors Associate is not Coles. Use here student document. That's not an academic reference. Retail World magazine is okay. So here you're talking about a refreshed strategy to deliver its vision. So Coles has announced its refreshed strategy to deliver its vision of becoming the most trusted retailer in Australia. They've got 3 pillars in their strategies, okay? That might be a potential resource. Okay. For this last section about the fit test, remember that's your internal and external environment, your competitive advantage and your performance test. Now in the Moodle last week, I put in, did I put them in? Maybe I didn't put it up. I'll put some notes on the winning strategy that I did that we did last week. I'll put that in the, actually, let me do that now before I forget. So these are notes I put in last week about winning strategies, okay? Let me just put those, fix those up now, so they're in there. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. And let me just put this. Okay, so let me just. So this one will give you a bit of a guideline you've got to think about in terms of winning strategies. The fit test, external firm fit. What does the firm do and what can it do? Competitive advantage. Do they have a sustainable competitive advantage? How do they create value for customers? The criteria of competitive and sustainable competitive advantage, we'll look at those later. The performance test, company performance. Strength, market share, brand recognition, profitability, financial strength. If you've got all of those 3, you've got a winning strategy. Let me just put that in the Moodle now, so it's there. Okay, so one place that we can learn about, wrong document, sorry. Fit. Remember, our fit is in our external and an internal environment. A bit about competitive advantage. Maybe a bit about performance test is we can use the market line reports. Okay. Go into EBSCO. Market line Coles company. Coles Group. So that's the industry profile. And you want the company profile. Now, check your dates. 2009, too old. We want a current one. Here we've got an industry profile. And Coles will be one of the competitors in there. We've seen that. So let's download that text. So this is the industry report that Coles operates in. We can see here what companies operate in it. So go to the top. Woolworths, Coles and Aldi's are the leader. Market rivalry, competitive landscape. Here we go. You've got a summary of Coles here. So there are your three main competitors in this industry. This is, I'm just showing you here, this 5 forces analysis is all about the industry. We're going to use that when we look later in the course. So that's just a good example of 5 Porter's 5 forces. So you can have a look at this report. The other one you can look at, I've downloaded it before, but let me just get it. I had it here. Where did I put it? Okay, see if I've this down from here. All right, let's go back to EBSCO. So that's the industry report. It'll have some information on Coles down the bottom, but what we want is the actual Coles report. So here, if you're wanting some financial information, now Coles was spun off from Wesfarmers. So if you're looking at sales growth, EBITDA, financial performance, you might use that information. You might have to go somewhere else for market share. These reports don't tell you what market share each company has, which is unfortunate. Okay, so let's go back to EBSCO and let's find the Coles report. I found it last week. Company profile Coles. No. It's These market line reports, it does exist. We had it last week, but they can take a while to find. So let's go back into where we're EBSCO. Ah, here it is. Coles. Okay. The search is not working. Anyway, I've got it. I'll try and find it in a minute. I think this is just to get out of this. Start again. Market line company profile Coles. Let's just, oh, we don't want that. We want 202, 2018. Oops. We found it last week. I don't know where it is this week, but anyway, let me try and find that. I'm pretty sure I saved it. Let me see, let's check the downloads. I think that's the only one. All right, I'll find it for you and let you know next week, or just have a few minutes just to think about the assessment, and I'll have a look on my USB stick for it because I know I saved it. All right. So I'll print this one for you, Lovepreet. And so let me add to this. So we've got, so we want 3 is the Coles market line report. 4 is the retail and grocery Coles market line reports. Okay, so you need at least 8. And just before we finish this, look, let me just try and let's go back into EBSCO, and let's put in here supermarket Australia and just see what we throw up. So we've got our date search 18 to 21. So that's too old. I don't know what. What have we got here? Let's see the date on that. So what's this one? I don't know whether that'd be useful. You could look potentially at that. Online retail. So you could use that as part of it. Online retail being Coles is in there. So okay, let's go in here. Also industry report, online retail. And let's just go into, we can go into that, but I'm just trying to see. I'm a bit of a fan of Scholar Google. So again, we've got a customer range. What's happening here? That's one. 2021. Oh, let's try something like competitive nature of supermarkets in Australia. So they're very competitive. You might be able to find an article there through Scholar Google. Okay, probably just another 15 minutes for you to assess or absorb what I've said, and I will look for that market line article because I know I saved it. They're having troubles with their systems here today. With the same person that's bugged Channel 9. problem with the printer, what I'll do is I'll put it up on so you can get it there. If the printer comes out, I'll give it to you. Okay, Bishwa, I'm just going to put this up on the Moodle. But before
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
And let me just try and find this other one while I'm here. It seems they're having problems with their systems here today. There it is. So this is the, oh, it's the industry profile. So there's not one for Coles. Maybe there isn't one for Coles. That's the thing. Okay, you'll have to use this industry profile. There's not one for Coles there. They haven't done it yet. That's why we can't find it. Okay. Okay, so.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
yes.
can I share my screen? I think I have more data, financial data on Coles, related
Okay.
to Coles.
Yep, just hang on just 1 minute. I'm
Sure,
going to put this up and then I'll share screen. That's good. Where will I put it? I'll just put it down here. Okay, so that's there if you want it, if the printer comes out before we go. Okay, Bishwa, I'm going to stop sharing. So do you want to share your screen?
Sure, ma'am.
So we've got one student here in the room, Lovepreet.
Ma'am, can you see my screen?
I can.
Yeah. So.
All right, so you've got the 2019 report.
Yeah, ma'am.
I think there's, yeah, look, there's got some good information on that in the annual report. Any listed entity in Australia, which Coles Group is, will put out an annual report every year. So I would think that maybe there's a 2021, Bishwa. Do you want to just see?
Sure, ma'am. 1 second.
Because I think that's...
I'm quite sure I did assignment using these resources. There's none for 2020 and 21. Ma'am, if I can find out, maybe in next class, I'll let you know, ma'am.
Yeah, look, I'm pretty sure they'd be a... maybe not. Depends on what their...
Yeah, they do their financial report on June, ma'am. So probably they are doing an upcoming
It depends
June.
on what's their balance date is. If they're a 31 December balance date,
yeah,
probably the 21 might not be out yet. But anyway, just have a look at it. It'll be on their investor website. But yeah, I mean, you can look at that. So that's good for their financial performance. So if you just sort of, let's just think about those performance measures. Financial performance, what's going to be the things that's going to show that they've been performing well? It's going to be increase in share price. So Bishwa, there should be a 5-year in that report, there should be a table that's got 5-year performance.
Sure, ma'am. 1 second. I'm going.
So most of them have it. So you could take that 5-year performance and see how their profits increased over the 5 years. Mm-hmm. So the performance measures are going to be profit, financial performance, share price. Although these just be careful with this Coles company because it was spun off from Wesfarmers. So you'll probably only have a couple of years of financial performance. Market share is another thing, although market share number is a bit hard to see. It'll probably be on the last page if it's there at all.
Yeah, financial report I can see, ma'am. It's only for 2 years for year ending. Okay. So they do on 30 June, ma'am, not on December. So that I think for 2021 they'll do upcoming June.
Yeah, but this one you've got here is 19, so there should be one for 20.
20, yeah, 19 and 20.
There that's good. I mean, but that's right. You're looking in the right spot, and you just look at that data to the other metrics, as we said in the lectures: return on assets, return on equity, number of customers. Not so easy to find market share.
Yes.
Have they increased their market share over the last 12 months or 2 years compared to? Remember, their main competitors are Woolworths and Aldi.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Look, that's great. Okay, so unless there's any questions, I think we might call it a day. Let me do attendance. Thanks for that, Bishwa. Appreciate that. That's good work.
No worries, ma'am.
Attendance won't take us very long. 2 students. But start looking at that assignment. As I say, it's small class. I'm not overly worried about the due date. Okay, so Bishwa, let me find you. So is this you, Lovepreet Singh Dulat? No? There you are, Bishwa, I've got you. What number?
Thank you, ma'am.
ID is 2418 at last.
8 at the end. Did you just recently enroll?
Yeah.
Like yesterday or?
No. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, so you should be there. Not there? Okay. Right, go out to attendance and just say you're not there. And what's your surname, Lovepreet? Singh.
Yeah.
All right, just tell them you're not on my roll and ask why. That way they can get it on and then I'll update it. All right, attendance saved. Excellent, good. Have a good Easter. Be careful if you're driving.
You too, ma'am.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you.
Just wanted to tell you, I'm feeling happy that I'm in your class again, ma'am, this semester as well.
Oh, thank you for that. That makes me feel good. Thank you, Bishwa.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You take care. Bye. All right. Thanks. You okay with everything? Let me just check to see if anything came out on the printer. Otherwise, I'll print it out for you next week. Look, there's problems with technology. I'll print it out for you next week. At least you know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good break.
Yeah, you too. And just your talking about that tendency.
Yeah, just check why you're not on my list.
Definitely all units, I mean, I'm doing 4 units and now units, there's no my name is on the list.
All right, let's go around and see. I'll come with you. Particularly if it was 2 weeks ago.